Okay, basically what I'm talking about today is CBS All Access. Now, when it first came out, I signed up for CBS All Access, and it's only $6 a month, but I'm very unhappy with the quality of what I'm getting. I mean, it's not the money. Like for example, Netflix is like $8, and Hulu is also expensive. But I'm not complaining about those. Amazon Prime, well, they say it's like $10 a month, but hey, Amazon Prime mostly is to get free shipping on Amazon. So that one pays for itself. So basically the free movies that you get with Amazon Prime, like Harry Bosch and the other stuff, TV series that you get, well, that's just icing on the cake, or as we could say, ice cream on a pie. It's just a little extra. But I mean, in the terms of Netflix, I'm happy with what I'm getting, although I wish they had more good movies. Then again, don't we all? A lot of the movies that they have are not that great, but I'm still happy with it. But the problem is, it's not so much the money. They could make it $1 a month and I still would cancel. The problem with CBS is what they have is a lot of junk. Why don't they get good content? I mean, even if they have to ask, some other company for it. Like a competitor, for example. I mean, they have a lot of old shows and stuff that weren't all that great when they came out. So what, I'm going to watch those now? I mean, it's not the money. It's $6 a month, trust me, it's not that much money. The money is fine. It's just what they have, the quality is horrendous. I mean, I expect from CBS a little bit better than what I'm getting. And I was hoping, well, now that they have this new service, they might be coming out with new shows that are really exciting, and I haven't seen that. I haven't seen them come out with anything that really makes you go, wow, that's so incredible. I mean, Netflix has shows that are, really awesome. I mean, original Netflix. They have some really good stuff. In the case of Amazon, they're trying to develop really good stuff, with like Harry Bosch is a good example of stuff that Amazon is doing. They're trying to develop good stuff. I mean, I would expect, since CBS has been in this business for a while, that they would have really good stuff, but I don't see any of it. What I see is a lot of old, junky shows that I didn't even like when they came out, and I'm not liking them more now. I mean, you might say there's a nostalgia there, but I mean, the good thing about Amazon is, with Amazon Prime, you're basically getting it for free, because the shipping would more than pay for what you pay for Amazon Prime. So I mean, if you had to pay for shipping for all the items you get on Amazon, and then you get Amazon Prime, you save money. So I mean, you're getting Amazon Prime for free, and you're saving money, and also you're getting all these free TV shows and free movies, thrown on top of it. So, like I said, icing on a cake or ice cream on a pie. It's just, that's the best deal. In the case of the HBO, that now they're doing streaming, everybody's jumping on the streaming bandwagon. But, I mean, I have not yet signed up for HBO streaming. So I don't know if it's good or if it's bad. I used to like HBO years ago, but then the quality started being less than what I was expecting, and I started not liking it, and it was getting to be a little too expensive. So I don't know. I'll have to pass on that one. The ones that I do have, Hulu I had for a while. Unfortunately, Hulu was not that great. I mean, I had it for a while and it was okay. But then I got rid of it because it was just, they didn't really have anything that I could say, oh, but this is so great, I just have to have it. They didn't really have any shows that I thought were all that fantastic, but it's okay. I could totally see somebody getting that one. I mean, it's somewhere between a yes and a no. Unfortunately, when you already have several other services, you're going to say no to a few of them. And definitely I want to say no to CBS All Access, because there's not a single series that I can say, oh, but this series is just awesome and I just have to have it. There's nothing like that. I mean, all the shows are just more of the same. And I mean, you know, a lot of these shows, you could have probably released these shows 20 years ago and they would have been popular. But they're not, they don't have what it takes now to be popular because, you know, things change. And I mean, a show that would have been really popular in the 50s isn't going to cut it in the 60s. And a show that's really popular in the 60s is not going to cut it in the 70s because they keep upping the bar each decade and each new era. So the problem with CBS is they have a lot of old shows that were maybe popular back then, and trust me on this one, I didn't like them back then. So I like them less now. And you might say, well, there's a nostalgia factor and maybe, you know, just give the show a chance. But what I'm saying is I don't see CBS All Access as being something that I have to keep, and I'm seriously thinking of dropping it. I mean, I haven't yet made my choice. I'm going to just give it a little bit more time and see if there's something there that makes it worth it. Because it's not that expensive. It's only $6 a month. I mean, we're not talking a lot of money. If it was like $100 a month, you know, I would have canceled it, you know, immediately. You know, if it was $20 a month, I would have probably let it go for maybe a month and said, that's it. I'm out of here. But, you know, I let it go for a while because I was thinking, well, it's not that much money. You know, maybe they'll come out with some new content that makes it worth the money. I don't think so. I don't see it. In the case of Amazon, is probably my best bet since it's practically free. When you factor in the fact that Amazon Prime, you get free shipping, so you're getting the shows for free. That's a no-brainer. That's awesome. That's probably the best deal. The second best deal would probably be Netflix because they have, you know, hundreds of what I would call good movies and then thousands of what I would call not so good movies. So that one would probably be number 2. Number 3 would probably be Hulu, which I got rid of because, let's face it, they weren't that wonderful. I mean, they still have a few things that are okay, but nothing that really stands out. And finally, last on my list would be the CBS All Access, which I think is just not worth even $1 a month. I mean, if they said they would give it to me for free, I might keep it. I might say, well, it's free, who cares, you know, just I'll watch an occasional show here and there, and I'd probably keep it. But if I have to pay money for it every month, no, I don't think it's worth it. And like I said, it's not the price. They could chop the price down to $1 a month and I would still get rid of it. It's just not that there's nothing there that's all that great. I'm not saying the shows are bad, I'm just saying they're not good. Let's put it that way. They're somewhere between horrible and okay. You know, somewhere in there are the shows. But I mean, if the shows were okay, I would still keep it because it's not that much money, but it's somewhere between those two. It's not horrible. I mean, it's not that bad. But I mean, I would say if there's A-list movies and B-list movies, these would not be an F, but they would be somewhere in the C range. And actually, some shows don't even make it above C level, you know, because they're not that great. There's nothing to write home about. So my suggestion for people who are thinking about getting online streaming would be, number 1, get Amazon Prime because it's free in the case of you're actually buying things and the shipping pays for itself. Number 2, if you want a little extra, Netflix is pretty good. I would definitely suggest that one. I have it. Number 3, it's not bad, and you might want to look at it. Hulu's okay. It's probably 3rd on my list of potentials. But 4 is definitely not on my list. It's on my list of getting rid of. It would be CBS All Access.